So this is the GODOX Virso SM2, and it comes with all of this. You have the 2 windscreens, a bag to hold everything, 2 lavalier mics, charging cables, the TRS cables for phone and camera, and of course the 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. So let's turn it on. There's a button right here for the receiver to turn it on. And then for the transmitters, these 2 power buttons here. So we'll hold it like that. And they're on. So they have these lights to signal that they're on and connected. And this one is, the power button also functions as a mute button. So when you press it and you look on the screen, it also muted that microphone. So let's unmute. And this one will unmute. And on the side, there are the settings in this menu logo. You press it. You could adjust different things like the backlight, the track, and this is a knob to scroll through the menu. So as I'm turning it, I can scroll through, and I can also click with it right here, which is really cool. So I can click on the backlight. I can make it stay longer for 60 seconds so I can explain. And the track, there's different channels. There's stereo, safety, and mono. So mono, it will record everything on one single track. Stereo records onto 2 separate tracks, and safety has 1 mono track with both channels, but also a safety one so that it can have, in case extra audio goes over, there's a safety track so that it won't clip over the audio. And aside from that, there's also this cool option to denoise, a denoise function that's built in, and you can turn it on just like that. And then once you finish, just press that button to confirm it. And yeah, so these menu functions are really cool. I really like this knob handle. It feels really just nice, and it has a nice switch sound to it. And what's really cool about this specifically is the hotshoe mount. This hotshoe mount is designed to function with Sony cameras, and so instead of having to use a cable that plugs directly into the camera, this plugs straight into the camera from the hotshoe for Sony cameras. So you don't need a cable. That's really cool. And what's also different about these microphones is there's also an SD card, a micro SD card slot, so that you can store the audio locally onto these transmitters as an option if you'd like. So I like that's really cool. And these are the charging cables. It's a USB all the way going to these USB-C plugged directly into the transmitters and receivers. And they give the lavalier mics in the package, which I like that it comes together, because some other microphones, they can come separately. So I like that this comes all together in one, along with the windscreens and every other cable that you need. And the sound quality is really good, and it feels very lightweight and very compact. And I highly recommend these GODOX Virso SM2 microphones.